What's up, CEOs? We are live. Let me see if everything is working all right. Let's see. First volume. Can you hear me? And then let me make sure that I'm actually live. Okay. Okay, looks like everything is working. What's up, CEOs? Okay, I'm seeing some people roll in. What's up? If you're watching this now, you're probably watching the replay while we wait for people to roll in. Who's with me? Please, say something. Good morning. I'd like to know who I'm talking to. It just helps me to feel like I'm talking to, someone real. So do let me know who's with me. So while I wait for comments to roll in, last video, I forgot to introduce myself, right? So I'm sure people were like, okay, who is this chick? But I'm Shamel, and I started the Auto Dealer Business School to help auto dealers solve business problems so that you could sell great cars to happy customers and build generational wealth. That is why I'm doing this. I realized when I started 8 years ago now that really my problems were business problems. In addition to just knowing the business of buying and selling cars. So I'm here, I exist right now to help you solve these business problems. So take advantage of it. So today we are talking about wholesale versus auto broker versus dealership. I get this question a lot. I get a lot of people who ask me, one, what's the best route to go? Two, I get people who want to be one or the other, or, all three, right? So, wholesale. Let me just say that I know why you're considering wholesale. Because in most states, the wholesale license is a tad bit easier to get. You might not need a location. And it's just a little bit easier to get, and it's a little less expensive or requires a little less startup money, right? So I know why people get into the wholesale. They're like, I'll get my wholesale license, I'll go to the auction, and I'll figure it out. It'll be on as long as I can get to the auction, because a lot of people are just wanting to get to the dealer-only auctions. So I want to say that wholesale, in my opinion, is specific strategy for people who have a specific network. And what I mean by that is people who would most likely sell to businesses, most likely sell to other dealers. Okay, so in my opinion, someone like a mechanic or a master mechanic or mechanic shop would benefit more from a wholesale license. Their whole business structure, their whole network, everything they do is about selling to they could be about selling to other businesses, right? And then they can get cars from customers and, and sell and fix them up and sell them to dealers to resell them. So that's, in my opinion, that's who the wholesale license really benefits, because a lot of people get the wholesale license and they're like, dang, I can't sell to my friends and family. No, you cannot, unless, they're a dealer, or unless you're selling to a business. And that business is registering that car in the business name, okay? So it's not just, oh, I'm gonna sell to my friend's LLC and then I can sell them this car. The car has to be registered in that business name so that they own that car, or they can assign it to a customer, which they can do if they're a retail dealer, okay? Profit on being wholesalers. Profit is less than being a retailer. You can expect about, $500 around, $500 per vehicle sold. All right. So what sucks about having a wholesale license? You can't sell to your friends and family. The profit is less, and you need to build up a network of businesses. And I think that's all I have about wholesale. So do y'all have any questions about wholesale license or wholesaling. I get a lot of people who have a wholesale license and then they now realize they need to convert it to a retail license. Okay. So I'll wait for questions about wholesaling. If you have any questions about wholesaling, let's move on to auto brokering. So auto brokering is so popular. People are like, yeah, I'll just be the middleman. I'll, connect the customer with the car and, it'll all be good. Right. Auto brokering, I think too, in like states like Georgia and Arizona are described as basically like an auto dealer who doesn't have a lot. So in their minds, they're thinking, well, I don't have to hold inventory because that's like more startup costs, right? Like having a lot and holding inventory. The thing with auto brokering, because I started auto brokering, I started with office because I'm in Georgia and that was all that was required. I started with an office and I was so frustrated and I realized why it was, because one, auto brokering is kind of unpredictable, and two, I was talking to a friend of mine who's a real estate agent, and she was telling me that the money is in the listings, right? And so I started thinking about that and realized that inventory is our listings. So if you have inventory, like, I don't want to say laying around, but if you have inventory, your sales prospects like automatically increase because anybody can call and be like, yeah, I want that. Can you please sell me that car, right? So I was just frustrated with the office. I was frustrated because one, I couldn't have my inventory there, so I couldn't meet customers there. Two, I tried to do the whole like brokering in between and realized that only works like once you have built a system for it. And if it's not your bread and butter, right? Like if you have inventory, you sell the inventory, but then somebody comes to you and they're like, hey, I don't see the car I want on your lot. What can you do for me? And then you're like, yeah, I can find it for you, right? Like that's a much better way to broker than that just being your bread and butter. That's what you do all day, right? The other thing that was a little frustrating is I wanted to I could go to the office and, and be at work, so to speak, or do work. But, then if customers call, I had to go back home, bring the car back and meet them. And it was just an interruption to my business. Okay. So auto brokering, that's what sucks, right? Those are the things that suck. The profit that you can expect auto brokering, you set your own profit really. And it depends on the car and the profit in the car. And it depends on what your customer expects from you, like what you've said, right? So, and then the requirements, of course, it's about the startup costs, right? It's like, okay, I just need an office. So the startup costs won't be so much. So I get why people are like, let me, be an auto broker. Let me ease into this and, then I'll be greater later. Right. But the underlying theme to wholesaler and auto broker that I get from people I talk to on strategy sessions is the fear of owning a lot. So we're going to talk about a dealership. So the fear of owning a lot, or the fear of owning a brick and mortar, the fear of the overhead, right? That's why people are like trying to find alternative ways to do this. But having a dealership is going to be the most profitable way. It's going to be the fastest way to get to the wealth that you want. What's up, Dre? It is, so I want to just say, that's why I'm here. I want to help to alleviate the fear of owning a lot in a brick and mortar business, right? Because people do it every day. It can be done. So let's just figure out how to do it. The way that you can, so dealership, I'm getting lost in what I want to say. Are there any questions? I saw Dre, I ain't seen you in a minute. Let me get some coffee and all right, so let me regroup. Dealership, you can do all three. Like I was going into solving the problem. But I want to give you the information that I know that you need because I've been getting questions about having a dealership and having a lot, right? So with the dealership, you can do all three. You can wholesale, you can broker, and you can have inventory. And the money is in the listing, so to speak, or the inventory, having inventory. That's where you want to be. That's how you're going to build wealth. Scared money don't make money. I don't know why that came to my mind, but scared money don't make money. So you got to jump out there and take a risk to open this business that you know is going to work as long as you follow a couple of things. One, cash cars are always in demand, right? And then two, financing, you got to set up your systems. You have to make it easy for customers to buy cars. And making it easy for customers to buy cars is financing, right? The profit on your car should be, I would say around $1,500. Right now we're going through a little different of a time, but this is just temporary, right? But you want to shoot for a $1,500 profit every time, and you can get that. All right. The requirements in your state to get the license may be a little more extensive, but like with anything else, you just go through the steps in the best order. What I feel is the best order is the pre-licensing class. If you're required to do a pre-licensing class, then get your bond quote, then the location, then incorporate, then, get everything for your office, your location ready. So your landline, your internet, and so on and so forth. So every state has different requirements. We will be talking about Texas, sometime this week and their requirements and like, what's the best way to do that. And then what you have to do is just have to set a goal. You see what money you need to make to pay for the overhead, to pay you. You set a goal for how many cars you're going to sell. You buy that many cars and then you sell them. You market it and you sell them. And then you keep your overhead. You sustain your overhead. You sustain your business. And you're going to make more money just with a car lot. I was surprised how much drop in traffic I got moving to a lot. Like, I didn't even consider that would happen. I just thought if I listed the car online, people would call. But if I listed the car online and I had the address of where we were, people just showed up. They pulled up and was like, yo, where is the car? Let me check it out. Let me test drive it. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even expect you. Right? Unexpected sales is what you can expect with a car lot. And who don't like an unexpected sale, right? So, like I was saying, the underlying theme for wanting to do wholesaler, auto broker versus getting a lot has been just the fear of owning a lot. So if you fear owning a lot and you're trying to figure out what's the best strategy for you, then I have been offering these strategy sessions, and I've talked to well over 200 people now, I think, about what's the best strategy for them. Is it wholesale? Is it brokering? And if it is having a car lot, then what's the best strategy for the car lot, right? So if you are interested in a strategy, then you can book a strategy session. I'm going to put the link in the description below. And if you are also looking to figure out like what all your dealership needs to be successful, to to run easily and to make the money that you want it to make, then I also am doing a workshop today, how to build your dream dealership at 11. So I'm going to put the link in the description there too, so that you can see what it takes, what I have learned that it takes, the 9-step I've learned that it takes to build like your dream dealership. Okay. And I think that is about all I needed to share. I do need to get ready for the dream dealership workshop. Are there any questions? Any questions, y'all, for some reason, I can't see comments anymore. I don't know what is going on. They just disappeared. If you have any questions, because something happened with my comments, but if you have any questions, then just still post a comment, post it below, and I will respond. And yeah, just you know, get what you need to be successful. And I'm here to help you on your way. So the comments still have just grayed out, disappeared. So, all right, well, that's all I have today. If this was helpful, please let me know. If it wasn't helpful, let me know. Like, and you know, just let me know what you wish you would have learned about, because I'm coming from my own perspective of like what I've heard, what people have asked me, and I can't read your mind. So just let me know what you wish you would have heard about. And, you know, I'll see what I could do to give you the information you need. All right. I don't know why I can't see my comments, but I know you all are still there. But have a great day. Stay safe. And like I said, get what you need. And I'll see you soon. Bye.